Hello, I am Charlotte Marcelli, and this is my summer reading book video report for Mrs. Norton's 10th grade English class. Okay, so question number one, let's begin. So this summer I read the book Sula by Toni Morrison, and I was recommended this book by my older cousin, which is why I chose to read it. Question number two. So this coming of age book follows the lives of Sula and Nell as adolescent preteens through their adult lives and even through Sula's death. As young girls, Sula and Nell are polar opposites, coming from different backgrounds and mothers with completely different views. Nell's mother, Helene Wright, was a conservative and protective mother, while Sula's mother, Hannah Peace, was a single mom who slept around. However, Sula and Nell became fiercely attached with one another and invested all of their time together. One day, while playing by the river, with a boy named Chicken Little, they decide to climb a tree. And Sula helps Chicken Little climb the tree. And once they come back down, they were playing by the river, and she grabbed him by both hands and started to swing him around. However, she accidentally lost grip of him, and he went flying into the river, and he never floated back up. And he was murdered. Although it was an accident, Sula and Nell never told anyone about what happened. I have to flip the page. Okay, so life goes on, people grow apart, and people change, and Nell and Sula take completely different paths in life. Nell lives a typical law-abiding good citizen life, and she stays in Medallion in the bottom, and she marries. Sula, on the other hand, takes a completely different path in life. She leaves the town actually for 10 years, and she comes back later. However, when they meet up again, the two adults face betrayal, unwanted facts, and hidden secrets. Question number three. In this intriguing yet at times disturbing novel, one of the two main characters, Nell, encounters major growth, development, and maturing. Beginning the tale as an innocent and free and careless preteen, she soon evolves accidentally into the witness of Chicken Little's murder. As Nell grows, she is constantly looking for ways to make up for the horrid mistake, and she ends up leading the life of a perfect person per se. She marries a man who Sula soon sleeps with, which is that big secret. Really bad. Sorry. She lives a typical society following life as well as being a mother. Nell subconsciously becomes attached to the idea of following a conventional lifestyle in order to be recognized as a good citizen. However, Sula took a very different path in life, a very radical, divergent, risky path. And after high school, she leaves the bottom for 10 years, living independently and freely, while having countless affairs, even interracial ones. When she arrives back to the bottom, she's labeled as evil and a villain for sleeping with her best friend's husband. And as a result, Nell decides to end the friendship, and then Sula dies. Nell followed an upwards journey throughout her life by trying to recover herself for making that mistake. And she tries to make herself the best person that she can possibly be. On the other hand, Sula, she follows a very radical path in life, and her uncontrollable sexual desire and guilt-filled life and misguided life resulted in her going down a downwards path. Both characters learned from one another to forgive, not technically forgive and forget, because we can't really forget mistakes, usually, for me at least, but they did learn to forgive, and they accepted life's obstacles and hardships in order to not constantly be living in the past, but to just accept the present and enjoy it for what it is. Um, Question number 4. So, two connections I have made for this book is the song This Is What Makes Us Girls by Lana Del Rey and a Law and Order Special Victims Unit episode. This novel relates to the song by Lana Del Rey because they both tell tales of betrayal between two friends, mainly because of a guy, which is also what happened in the book. And it signifies lost trust, as well as mistakes, forgiveness, regrets. However, the book also relates to Law and Order Special Victims Unit because it tells the story of two young girls who are best friends but become so different that there's nothing more in common. Hold on. And growing apart is the only option, as well as facing major betrayal. Question number 5. Sula is a quick read. And the novel is very simple. I'm sorry, hold on. Sula is a quick read, and it is simple because. Oh my god. Okay. Its concepts are not difficult to understand. However, several key events happen very quickly, and at times it is hard to grasp what they're saying, and constantly rereading pages is necessary on some occasions. At times, the book can be disturbing with its deaths and betrayals, and I do not consider this one of my favorite books just because of everything that happens so quickly. Although I do recommend it as a summer reading book because it is relatively short and it's not boring. It keeps you entertained despite all of the hardships. And overall, Sula is a very well written book. Although it's not my favorite, it is a good novel. And I do recommend it to somebody who's my age. So, thank you for your time. I tried my best and looking forward to class.